Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 ending. Mike's 5-4. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Check. Fresh up.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, it's Mack. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They run the draw play with Mack. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face. Jam. Tighten up.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
5 on the 50.
That's what I do.
5 on the 50.
Big edge.
Hey, stop. Let's go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones.
Go, run.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
58's the mic.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Green, triple team.
They'll try to throw now. Winston.
You ain't got nothing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jameis to throw it. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Wait. Let's go, let go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man is Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
Here we go.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Who ready? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. They can't hang with us. Easy. Motion out of the backfield. 58's the Mike. Flip it. The Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gonna throw deep for the... Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either.
6 man.
Off you go.
Check curls. Shift. Shut up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack.
Run.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me something.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going.
It's just me
Do
and
they
you.
stick with
It's
it?
just me and you.
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
58.
Ready.
58.
White 25. Green triple T. Let me go.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
SOS.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Again, blocker.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Blue lady.
Try to get one
Mike,
more
Green,
in
triple
here
T.
before the quarter breaks.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Follow.
Haywood. Let's go. Mike,
From
number
the gun,
53.
Winston.
Mike, 53. Oh, here we
That's
go.
incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there. Got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle.
Black 25.
And you got caught in between and created a foul.
Follow. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ready. Black 22.
53 is the mic. You're trash.
Flip it. Check 3. Shit.
Any weapon.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Ready.
4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Defense wins championships, man. Mike, 53. Mike.
Watch twist. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Winston.
Twist.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Ready, black 22.
Mike, check, 53's Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Wait,
Check, check.
And again, this time to the
Double up,
tailback.
double up. He's coming, double up.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ready, blue lady.
53, check 53. Come on, baby, come on.
Wait. 6-6.
53's the Mike.
Wait, hold up.
53's the Mike.
On second and 12, Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third
Hey,
down.
defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Check 9.
Alert flare, alert flare.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58's the Mike.
Flip it.
Here I come.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
Switch gears.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Woo-hoo. Check 13. Check 13.
Run on first down. It's Whitaker, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
58, right there. Check pass.
Winston. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive at 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
You got him. Ha ha, you got him.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Colts
On the ready.
first down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. You can't block me. You can't.
They go play action with Haskins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Yeah.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
So don't say nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That one into the hands of Kane. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Ready? Wait. No gain on this defense. No gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Set go.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try to move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
You throw plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
I'm coming after you.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
You don't want no problems with me.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I got him.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Ready, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, let's get 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Easy. Hey, I'm getting tired of seeing me. 58's the Mike, 58. 58's
From the 41, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. This our time.
From the 39, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Hey, ready. Black 25, the hush.
Get that quarterback. And
Green, triple team.
58, bravo. 58 is Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Let's keep running. Boys, hot.
From the red zone now, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check nickel. Slam.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready. Blue lady.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
White.
Watch the screen. Shit.
Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16, Winston. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Ready. Black, 22, hot.
58's the Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Yeah, baby.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Oh, yeah.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. To throw is Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Good job.
Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come off the ball hard.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He's going to launch it for Washington and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And that will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
58.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
All day.
Flip it, flip it, flip it.
First down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Easy work.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
Ready? White 25.
58's the mic. 65, 65. 65. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. I hope you brought your left.
5 on the 50. 5 on the hat.
Yes, Mike, 58.
Play fake.
58's Mike.
Winston.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a first and 10. Play action. Haskins. He completes this one to Mack. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back.
All day, baby.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Mack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Javon Hargrave. No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We got to get this stop here, D. Tight end right, tight end right. Even. 4 down, even.
Throwing on second and long. Haskins. Complete to Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And the Colts first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run here with Mack. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set, hut, 15 line, 54.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up. And sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again. And instead, it works opposite.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. D4 in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That's it, baby.
Jones,
we got 6 all
his
day.
5th touchdown now on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now Haskins on 1st down. He'll let it go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
I got you.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The mic. Hey, wait. Watch the
This
whip.
is Jones.
Check.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first down here,
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Green, triple C.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Let's go.
58, right there.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. He's got it to Hilton. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
Complete to number 13, T.Y. Hilton. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Watch the pass. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Now it's Haskins into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. Now it's Haskins. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Rabbit, rabbit.
Now Haskins to throw it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Double dog, double dog.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. One final shot for Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Pass on 2nd down. Incomplete in the end zone. It's 3rd down and goal.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive. So for the Buccaneers, they're good.